It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. There's Wilson to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a man undrafted out of Boise State, the nephew of a Super Bowl MVP. It's Brett Rippon.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter, because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Rippon. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep.
That's taken on the 25. Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Rippon to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rippon. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and started working away from it, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Another try after the first down sack. Rippon, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Rippon.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk this about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to get this out to the 25.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. To try again after the sack. Rippon under pressure, they got him again. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. So we have come to halftime, and what's already the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bronco offense ready to begin this 3rd quarter play. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw it is Rippon. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Wilson
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Play action. It's Wilson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They go play action now. Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball in. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rippin, and he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Throw over the mid, and it's a fumble. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Williams is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Wilson steps away. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Zach Wilson.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Now Rippin.
His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Rippin. Finding Sutton.
He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 74 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. 90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And the Jets have got it.
Onside kick recovered by the Jets.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Wilson to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Throwing now is Wilson. And this one is incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Rolling to his left. Shoves him aside. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Wilson. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
On 2nd and 10, it's Rippin. He's got a man complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular, oh my goodness, they can go all day. And in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for the Jets, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.